Hi everyone, welcome to the Soft Heart series, episode 2, The Wounded Hearts. I'm Emily Ruth, and before we get into the Wounded Hearts, I just want to let you know how each of these videos is going to go. Every video is going to come with a pre-channeled message, I should say, from the Soft Heart on the topic we are working on. And with that, I'm going to be talking about my experiences, and I would love for you to share your experiences in the comments down below. Now, with that, also will come some homework, and I'm not talking about the paper and pencil math test kind of homework. I'm talking about inner work homework. It might be simple little things. So nothing that requires any spending or anything like that. Just simple you, yourself, and yourself. Doesn't work when you say you, me, and I. But anyway, yeah. So I do feel the need to say the first channeling on here that I did. So if you've already seen it on my TikTok and Instagram when I channeled the Soft Talk the first time, you can just scroll past to the part where it talks about wounding. But I'm going to go right into it after I read the first part. All right, here you go. Dear loved ones, for each and every one of you are capable of being loved and to love. You are all capable of having a soft heart. This is a goal you must want that is simply not given. It takes work, dedication, and consistency for a soft heart. It is what we are born into, but hardens over time from experiences for some. To have the will to gain a soft heart, one must face your own fears, doubts, unworthiness, and other emotions. To not suppress, to feel and let go. Yes, it may take time, but all that is gained after is very well worth it. Simply make the time and you will see. Just 5 minutes a day for you to feel. 5 minutes a day to just let go. 5 minutes a day to gain your soft heart. 5 minutes a day to just start. The key, my dear loved ones, is to start. It's a funny thing to talk about one's heart as wounded, energetically speaking. For it is time to face the wounds that hurt you as a child, the wounds that scarred you going into a mature state of adulthood. To think one is wounded and keep acting or hindering these wounds is where you are going wrong or mistaken. And this is not to shame you, just to bring you awareness. Wounds, yes, are a part of you, but it's not solely who you are. It is time, my dear loved ones, to heal these wounds. To heal is to let go. To let go of the wounds, these suppressed energies, first you must stop. Sit and set the intention of connecting with your own heart. To set an intention is the most important thing you can do. To set an intention, one should or could say that I would love to connect to my heart. It is simple as that. And once you've done that, listen to what it has to say. That can be very tricky because your mind wants to wander, and that is perfectly fine, but one just needs to breathe. Breathing in and out, and ask it what it has to say. What does it feel like? What thoughts come up? And take note of those thoughts. Any patterns evolving or lingering tension when these feelings or emotions or these thoughts come up. You're going to sit with each emotion and thought and do nothing but breathe. Breathe deeply and let it flow through you. Journal these things down. For one sit down might not be enough, and that is okay. For as I have said, But for each and every one of you, you have your own path, and that journey on that path is a different timetable. So, that's a lot to unpack. You can always go back and listen to this, the channel. I will have it marked from where it starts, where it begins, That way it makes it easier for you in these videos. So now I want to share my experience, and I would also like you in the comments to share your experience down below. Obviously, if you feel shared too. If not, no worries. So my experience with the wounded heart, I think as many people have, a hard heart is something you got to learn to go with, or depending on how your childhood was brought up, you either got to act tough or you don't survive, things like that. My childhood, I would say, wasn't a bad childhood. There were times where I was not loved in the way I should have been by certain people in my life. And of course, that was a lesson that I need to learn. And depending on what you think about, especially if you get in the spirit side and soul side of things, some people say that you sign up for those things because of the lessons you have to learn. And I will say I will never change anything that had happened to me, because if I hadn't experienced all those experiences that I've had, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. And that's not to say that I let my wounds drive my course of life. You either learn from it and grow with it, or you let it take over and you never grow. That's the way I look at it. So I think growing up, I didn't really think what I had experienced with not receiving love from certain people in my life the way that I should have. I thought it didn't affect me until I got older. And then when I finally found the love that I deserved, I felt like it got stripped away from me. And like, why did that happen? I would always ask why. Just why? Like, I can't fathom why that got stripped away from me. And it really sucked. Why that love I never got. And then I got that love, but then it got taken away by nature, I would say. And yeah, I had to do some deep inner work, and it still gets to me a little bit, and I'm getting to where I'm okay with it. And wounds are meant to be healed, but it doesn't mean you forget the pain or the cause and effect of it all. So that's still there. You will never truly forget unless it's very traumatic. But you always remember. But the emotion there might not be there after a while, if that makes sense. Whew. Alrighty. So, with that being said, you have homework to do. So your homework when I channeled, is for you to sit, and you are to sit with your emotions. Set the intention of what your heart wants to say. You can ask your heart what it wants to let go of. Pay attention to what comes up. And please journal these down. Like, get a little notebook or some piece of paper, but make sure you keep it all together throughout this entire series. Because I have a feeling some of you are going to look back at this more than once. And it's going to be very beneficial. And if you have a hard time setting the intention, I recommend looking up some YouTube videos on heart meditations. You could look, if you're not good with words and stuff or sitting in silence, you can do meditation music. That usually helps me a lot, especially if you can't quiet your mind. There's many outlets you can do. Could even do Reiki, to be honest. But, it depends on what you're comfortable with. Yeah. So, with that being said, please let me know in the comments. And I'm Emily Roof, and I hope you have a wonderful day.